Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Falguni Parekh. I'm a solicitor and founder for a company called The Smart Move to UK, a UK immigration law firm. And today we're going to discuss an important topic for overseas companies looking to expand into the United Kingdom, and setting up a UK bank account has been very challenging. I see this very often at Smart Move to UK. We kind of help a lot of companies to set up their footprints in the UK, and this particular step of opening up a bank account is so challenging. I receive independent inquiries as well, so we are dedicating this video completely to understand the process and the challenges to open up an account in the UK, especially the company account. So this process can be challenging and time-consuming with several potential hurdles along the way. Let's dive into the key 7 problems that an overseas company might face when setting up a UK bank account. First is a lack of UK credit history. Now, if you're a company outside the UK and you're entering the UK for the very first time, there is no history. The history will get built after you enter in. So one of the biggest obstacles is a lack of credit history in the UK. UK banks rely heavily on credit scores to assess the risk of lending money to the customers. Without an established UK credit history, an overseas company may struggle to convince the bank that they are a low-risk customer. This can make it difficult to open a bank account or access offers for financial services such as loans or credit cards, etc. The second problem is the company formation requirement. To open up a UK bank account, an overseas company must have a registered office and a UK business address. Additionally, the company may need to provide documents like certificate of incorporation and a business plan. So depending upon which bank are you speaking with, I think most of the time they will land up asking the certificate of incorporations. They go into in-depth with your business plan, your forecast, your projection, your transaction value. So ample of question. It's like a panel discussion that they have, and it's not very simple, and that's where you appreciate the accounts opening up easily in the home country. But this is a process, and with patience you do get through with the end results, but you need to answer these questions as a company. So this process, as we discussed, is time consuming, especially when the companies are unfamiliar with the UK company formation requirement, and in some cases a UK based resident director may also be required. So again, it's not mandatory with all the banks, but some banks may ask to have somebody who's local, who's British, to be the director. And depending upon the ownership structures, expected turnover of the company, transaction values, etc., these all factors are taken into account to determine whether they can open up an account for the company or not. So the third problem is the identity verification. UK banks are required to verify the identity of their customers. It's like the KYC that we have in India, it's the same thing in the UK, to comply with the anti-money laundering, that is the AML, and the counter-terrorism financing regulations. This can be challenging for overseas companies, especially if they don't have physical presence in the UK. Banks may require directors and shareholders to provide proof of identity and address, such as passports or utility bills, adding another layer of complexity to the process. The fourth one is the language barriers. Language barrier can also pose a significant problem. Many UK banks require all correspondence to be in English, which can be challenging for companies where the first language is not English. So this can lead to misunderstanding and delays in account opening processes. So the fifth problem is different banking system. The banking system may differ significantly for what overseas companies are accustomed to. For example, UK banks might not offer the same types of services available in the other countries, and they may have different policies and procedures for opening accounts or accessing financial services. So sometimes you do come across global banks, having presence in your home country as well as in the UK. But when they're in UK, there are different policies for them to open up an account. And when they are in your home country, there's different body governing their opening of account, and therefore they have different policies. So they may not be able to facilitate the opening of accounts. Even if you have presence or you have account in your home country, it still would be a challenge to get it opened up in the UK. Navigating these differences can be challenging to overseas companies. The sixth problem is Brexit. Brexit has introduced additional complexity to the UK banking regulation. Since UK is no longer a part of European Union, overseas companies might need to comply with extra regulation and requirements when setting up a UK bank account. This adds to again another layer of complexities to an already challenging processes. This particular problem is faced more by European Union companies who are setting up the footprints, but not particularly anybody who is not from the EU geographies and are headed towards UK to set up their accounts there. Problem 7, financial regulation. Lastly, overseas companies must navigate UK financial regulations such as Financial Services and Markets Act and the Payment Services Regulations. Complying with this regulation often requires providing additional documentation and information, making the process more time consuming. So setting up a UK bank account as an overseas company can be a daunting process. It requires a lot of patience. Even when the company begins with this process, we give them a heads up to say that this is a bit of a challenging step here, and one has to be really patient to go through. From a lack of UK credit history to language barriers, there are many challenges to overcome. However, with the right preparations and understanding of UK banking system, it is possible to successfully set up a UK bank account and access the financial services. Whatever your growth vision, setting up in the UK can be much easier by sourcing the right advice. We at Smart Move to UK are here to help you with all your needs, from taxations to payrolls to accounting and banking. Feel free to contact us for any kind of support and guidance. Thank you so very much for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. If you have any questions or need further assistance, leave a comment below in the comment box and we'll reach out to you. See you next time. Bye-bye.